What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including could we see happy Rusev Day in WWE again? Backstage blocking CM Punk plans? Is a Saudi WrestleMania coming soon? Is Ricky Starks keeping his name? Michelle McCool announced for the WWE Hall of Fame? A protester interrupts the McMahons? Sexy Red offered a full-time WWE deal? A WWE superstar sent to SmackDown, Jacob Fatu goes full fanboy over the boogeyman, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. And now let's do the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at Rusev Day possibly back in WWE. And was the WWE preparing to book Miro and Malachi Black? Well, that's a rumor coming from The Observer, as the belief is that Black and Miro will be in the WWE very soon. It wouldn't surprise me to see CJ Perry back involved with him, but that's less of a definite. Those in WWE had said creators had been talking about Black and Miro. It'll be interesting to see how the two are used and whether either begins complaining if they filled in or used correctly. One thing's for sure, WWE really missed out on the Rusev Day hype. Will Triple H manage to fix it though? Next up, Backstage blocking CM Punk plans? And with CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes versus John Cena happening at WrestleMania 41. Cody Rhodes' opponent at WrestleMania 41 is currently up in the air, but the belief is that he was going to face John Cena, who could either earn a title shot at the Elimination Chamber by winning the men's match. However, there's been buzz about CM Punk joining Cena and Cody rather than Punk wrestling Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Now, if your head isn't spinning, you may want to sit down before you hear what WrestleVotes has to say about Punk's position on the WrestleMania card. Speaking on Sportskeeda's Backstage Pass Q&A, WrestleVotes discussed the plans and mentioned that it may not be happening. As according to a source, those feelings are not shared by everyone, with the expectation of this match being that it will not happen. We can confirm the Mania card is still being completed in totality, however the higher level matches are likely set, so TC, the meat and potatoes of this little nugget is that there are people that want Rhodes versus Cena versus Punk. However, it doesn't seem like everybody wants it, and those people who don't want it look to be holding the power. And there are many rumors concerning WrestleMania 41's card, and unfortunately fans will have to bide their time. However, at this point, it seems less and less likely that CM Punk is going to get his WrestleMania main event. Next up, Roman Reigns roasts Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns had a video appearance with IGN and he managed to roast his former Shield brother Seth Rollins. He's a stage 5 clinger, just holding on because he can't move on with his life. Me, I've just created so much, a beautiful empire, with pretty much everything, and that's what they do. They all come back, but yeah, he's just holding on, man. Now could this be planting more seeds for the rumored WrestleMania match? Next up, a Saudi WrestleMania coming soon. It was WWE getting ready to host its first WrestleMania in the UK or Saudi Arabia. Well, not according to Fightful Select Sean Ross Sapp, who tweeted, those that Fightful Select spoke to aren't expecting a UK or Saudi Mania before 2028. WWE just announced that 2026's show of shows will take place in New Orleans, Louisiana, and it's likely that WWE is already working on a venue for 2027, and given the company's long-term planning, it may already have one locked down. Whatever the case, it seems that WrestleMania 42 is now being set for the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana, and will be announced before this year's annual event. According to WrestleVotes, the location has been locked in for months. Next up, Ricky Starks keeping his name, and the mystery over whether Ricky Starks will keep his name in WWE is getting interesting as two new reports suggest he may be keeping his longtime ring name. Stark's surprise appearance at this week's NXT had fans talking, including debate about why WWE announcers didn't mention him by his name. This led to speculation that the promotion wants to repackage Starks with a new name, speculation furthered by a report of WWE applying to trademark several new wrestler names. However, Fightful Select is reporting that its WWE sources advised that its promotion uses sync agreements to allow it to use a wrestler's name and trademarks while they're a WWE superstar. In addition, PW Insider added that Starks is currently named on NXT's internal roster as Ricky Starks. It shouldn't be long before the WWE Universe finds out what his name will be and what he'll compete under. Next up, Michelle McCool announced for the WWE Hall of Fame. Added Michelle McCool to this year's 2025 Hall of Fame class. McCool, like Triple H, didn't know about the induction until it was announced on Get Up ESPN. A rumor has it that WWE intends to keep surprising new inductees, which should add to the Hall's prestige. In other news, it's also been mentioned that former WWE Tag Team Champions Demolition have been signed to a WWE Legends deal. This is after years of back and forth legal battles. This could be a clear indication that Demolition may be added to this year's class. However, that has not been confirmed yet. Next up, is WWE booking house shows better than Mania? Fans attending its Road to WrestleMania tour in Europe are in for a huge treat, as WWE has announced that CM Punk will face World Heavyweight Champion Gunther in a steel cage title match. Wasn't this something that should be reserved for WrestleMania? In fact, if this was actually booked for WrestleMania 41, it would definitely steal the show. Not only that, but Gunther will also face Seth Rollins in a title match as well. Next up, are AEW finally ready to release Rey Fenix? Could Fenix be joining his brother Penta L0 in WWE soon? Well, that's the latest rumor in the ongoing saga of Rey's attempt to get his AEW release, despite the wrestling promotion repeatedly telling him he has to wait until he finishes his time on his contract, as AEW tacked on time onto Fenix's deal due to time he missed due to injury. And now Chris Featherstone is reporting, AEW sources have informed me that negotiations between Tony Khan and Rey Fenix to end Fenix's tenure with the company are progressing. A resolution is expected to happen soon. I was also informed that Tony Khan has been heavily advised to put an end to this soon regarding Fenix holding period. Now it makes sense for AEW to cut talent loose that they aren't using, especially if said talent is unhappy in AEW, something that Fenix has made very clear. While there may be concerns that AEW is giving WWE more talent to use, there's a case to be made that AEW should focus on using the talent they have and actually try to rebuild their fan base rather than focusing on the competition with WWE. However, will Rey Fenix's WWE arrival spoil Penta's push? Now, Penta L0 has been on fire since his WWE debut, with fans and fellow WWE superstars claiming a main event push will happen sooner rather than later. However, some fans are now anxious about Rey Fenix jumping to WWE because of concerns that it could stifle Penta's push. Although Fenix coming to WWE when he becomes a free agent isn't confirmed, it seems inevitable based on the past rumors about the duo wanting to jump ship to WWE. The belief stems from the idea that Penta is in the middle of a major singles push, and that Fenix's arrival in WWE would definitely lead to WWE reuniting the two as the Lucha Brothers and turning them back into a tag team. While that's possible, they could just put Fenix on another brand or push them as a tag team and single stars. But do you think Fenix coming to WWE will actually hurt his brother's push? Let us know in the comments. Next up, a protest that interrupts the McMahons. Linda McMahon's recent Senate confirmation saw her bring some powerful backup, as seen in a video showing Stephanie McMahon, Shane McMahon, and Triple H sitting behind her. However, not everything went to plan, as NoDQ.com tweeted about the hearing in an altercation that happened, saying Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and Shane McMahon were at Linda McMahon's Senate confirmation hearing to serve as Secretary of Education. A protester got kicked out during the introductions. Isn't it kinda wild that whilst Linda McMahon is facing a major lawsuit with the Ring Boy scandal, but still serving as Secretary of Education? That just seems kinda weird, right? Next up, surprise Backstage over WWE releases. WWE's recent talent cuts and decisions not to renew contracts wasn't a complete shocker given WWE's bloated roster, but the Observer reported in this week that there were still some surprises backstage. None would be considered shocks, but from those in the company, DeVille was a surprise, and to an extent, Anderson and Gallows, if only because Anderson was injured and they usually don't cut wrestlers while still recovering from surgery. That seems to give the notion even if you're injured, it still doesn't make your job safe in WWE. Next up, a CM Punk retirement tour. John Cena is in the midst of a major send-off as WWE has devoted 2025 to giving the WWE megastar a proper retirement. But now The Undertaker is lobbying for another WWE superstar to get a similar treatment, that being CM Punk. While the Phenom isn't arguing that Punk needs to hang up the boots, he had this to say about how Cena's tour is being handled. Take it told CBS Sports, I think it's great that they're doing this tour the way they are. I don't think everybody deserves that. I think Cena definitely does because of the workhorse that he was for so long. I think this might be the prototype for certain wrestlers to do their swan song and leave. The Undertaker made the case for CM Punk to get a super send-off. I would say CM Punk is probably one. Which other WWE superstar do you think deserves an extended retirement tour when they decide to hang up their boots? Rey Mysterio definitely being one of them. Next up, Adam Copeland drops hints about retirement. Speaking of wrestling legends retiring, a 51-year-old WWE Hall of Famer Edge, now working in AEW as Cope, recently hinted at his career winding down. The two-time AEW TNT champ spoke with Down Under the Ring with Inside the Ropes discussing some key takeaways from the discussion. During the interview, Copeland stated that following this bout, it is likely the last time he competes in Australia, fueling speculation that he may be planning to retire sooner rather than later. Cope has been a major addition to AEW since debuting in 2023, however at 51 years old he has acknowledged the physical toll of his decades-long career. Now while this isn't the first time the Rated R superstar has brought up retiring, it's a reminder he's serious about stepping away before he wears out his welcome, a common theme in any of his discussions about retirement. Copeland lost several months of action in 2024 after he broke his leg during a barbed wire steel cage match against Malachi Black at Double or Nothing. With Copeland currently feuding with AEW's Death Riders faction, it appears he's looking to make the most of whatever time he has left. Next up, WWE offers Sexy Red a full-time deal. It looks like WWE was very interested in signing rapper Sexy Red. Red, who you may recall had a cameo appearance on NXT, however that cameo could be much more, as Days noted during an interview with her that one thing Sexy particularly enjoyed was making a cameo appearance with legendary wrestler Shawn Michaels for the WWE last year. She actually got offered a permanent role as a wrestler in WWE, but couldn't find the time to train properly, so settled for a cameo instead. WWE's continued push to bring in celebrities has helped the promotion expand its impact on the mainstream and into markets it hasn't tapped into. Do you think Red would have made a good addition to the WWE roster? Next up, WWE Superstar sent to SmackDown. It looks like WWE's transfer window hasn't closed as PW Insider recently revealed that R-Truth is now a member of the Blue brand. WWE have even updated his profile on WWE.com, indicating he is now on SmackDown. This could be interesting because The Miz, who turned heel on Truth last fall, is also on SmackDown, and it's possible that the 4,821-time 24/7 champion still wants payback from the A-lister. And finally, Jacob Fatu goes full fanboy over WWE legend The Boogeyman. And last but not least, many current superstars have been inspired by WWE legends, but you might be surprised at which WWE legend made Jacob Fatu go into full fanboy mode. A video was posted of the Samoan werewolf interacting with the Boogeyman, and Fatu is absolutely loving it. It's definitely possible that's where he got that taunt from. But there you have it folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.